Hi everyone, this is where Sue has been coming into the Hand in Hand office during lockdown. At first I worked from home, but fortunately I was able to come into the office from about half term. This is where Grant and I sit for our lunch, and this is the contraption that's been set up to record some of the sermons. A lot goes on behind the scenes that you wouldn't believe. Hand in Hand are just really grateful for all the support that we've received during this time, and it's just been amazing what God has provided. As a family, we've missed out on Sam's wedding. It didn't take place, but they're happy and well in Kenya and expecting a little one in August. We're going to be grandparents. When we're going to get to Kenya next, we don't know. But we're just grateful that God's been with us. Joe has been busy planning a wedding. Vicky's at home planning lessons and marking for her secondary school students. And through this door here is where Grant Smith is sitting. What would you like to say, Grant?
Well, I think you already know I'm Grant, and I have two jobs here. We have other offices which I manage, and also I run a company in Kenya with my business partner Peter, who is also Kenyan, building affordable houses and commercial blocks.
So that's Grant. It's been good for all of your support, and hope you all stay well.
Hiya, my name's Karen. I'd like to share with you what I've been doing during lockdown. This is my pallet sofa. I had some old pallets, so I sanded them, I painted them, and I screwed them together, and I've put some metal joining rods together so they didn't fall down. And I bought the cushions. Really useful time spent doing that. Rather than focusing on the negative, I wanted to focus on the positive. Also, as part of my church, every day at 12 o'clock we prayed for our community, and on top of that, every day I made sure I text a few of my friends who live alone, just to make sure that they were okay and to let them know that I was praying for them and that I was there if they needed me. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
So, during lockdown, I decided to build a pond. So I dug out a load of earth and put the bottom of a water butt, which we cut off, and put some plants in and waited. And I'm still waiting for the frog to come along and a few little critters. I do have some wiggly things growing in there though, but I'm still waiting. But next year maybe we'll get some wildlife here. I've also been planting lots around the garden in my pots and all along the border, and my baskets. I've had plenty of time to create a masterpiece, but also been doing some sewing for my granddaughter. I've made these dresses, and hopefully the summer will come soon and she'll be able to wear them all. And in my greenhouse I have been growing tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and there are a few here to show you. So the tomatoes are turning red already, and I've got lots of different varieties. We've got fat ones and cherry ones and plum ones, and these are my peppers. They should be turning red very soon. And we've had about 10 cucumbers so far, and that's the next one that should be ready in a few days. So yeah, I've been busy. I've been up the allotment too. So this year from lockdown, I've been spending a lot of time at the allotment and putting lots of effort and energy into growing food and flowers. As you can see, we've got some broccoli, and I love to have some lavender in, just to encourage the wildlife. There's some bees, lots of bees. I've got some beetroot and parsnip, lots more lavender, onions, what else have I got? Tomatoes, rhubarb, courgettes, more beetroot, more French beans, got sweet corn, raspberries, celeriac and strawberries. And it's been a pleasure to be up here and Sometimes I'm up here for about 3 hours and I can just relax and pray and talk to God really. I've got over there is a flower garden to encourage the wildlife in, and it's just a bit of a sanctuary up here really, just to be alone and be at peace. So this has been my haven. And that's it. That's for how I've been busy during lockdown.
Welcome to Claire's lockdown countdown. 10. The number of sacks of shredded paper that we took to the tip when it eventually reopened. 9. The number of new recipes that I cooked. 8. The lesson I got to in my attempt to learn to play the piano. Only another 32 to go. 7. The number of library books I managed to borrow on my last trip to the library before they shut the doors. It wasn't enough to get me through. 6. The maximum number of people who could attend a socially distanced cream tea for a friend's birthday. 5. The most miles I've walked on my daily exercise. My pedometer says I've now walked from here to Paris, but I'm not sure I believe it. 4. The position a revitalised Manchester United are gunning for in the Premiership. Shame my husband supports Leicester City. 3. The number of groups needed because so many people signed up to join our church book club. 2. The number of masks I've hand sewn. And last but not least, 1. The number of courgettes I've managed to grow so far. Stay safe, everybody.
So, what I've been doing in lockdown, well, as you know, I got stronger. 10 chin-ups, 5 pull-ups. I'm an old bird, so that's brilliant for me. I read through the Psalms in 30 days, that was pretty cool. And I'm doing the New Testament in 40. I am on day 39, so tomorrow's going to be I'm on day 38. Tomorrow's going to be day 39. I'm starting the scary book, so that should be fun. I became a gardener. I have tomatoes, thyme, and another plant. I don't know its name because they'll give it to me. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I've been in lots of people's gardens. I've scared the living daylights of some people by knocking on their windows and just going, ah! But yeah, I think I've enjoyed lockdown, apart from not being able to see my family. That's the hardest bit. So that's been me. Love your church, and I missed you guys, especially worship.
Right from the outset, we were really grateful we could get down to the allotment, which is a bit of a lifeline. Lots of watering in the early days with all the heat. And then of course, what you grow, you have to take home and cook. And here's Jenny preparing some of that sweet corn, which we're going to be eating about half an hour after it was picked on the allotment. What you're about to see is the sweet corn, a bit more cooking and baking, much of it from the allotment. Thanks to Emma for the yeast which went into the bread. Who knew that you could find places like this within about 20 minutes walk of your own doorstep? We did a lot of walking, found places that we didn't know existed, and I guess because we could walk, we did. And then of course the wonders of church in your own living room and Zoom coffee.